Hey, family. Hey, how are we doing? What's up, Zora? Hey, Bria. Hey, Denard. Hey, Shawanda. Hey, new Mommy D. How are we doing today? Oh, this is a lot clearer. I think I need to do my lights like this more often. How are we doing? Shout out to my moderator, Shonda Black Lavender. Hey. Thank y'all for joining me today. Me, not me, 2008 said, we back. We back. What is this? I always, because I sleep with my heating pad all the time just because it's comforting. And I always forget that it's on my chair. I'm like, what is this? It's my heating pad. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Mimi. Hey, Micheline. Hey, is it Melissa? Hey, Melissa. Hey, Kay Smith. Hey, Alicia. Hey, Tara. Hey, Esther. What's up, El Boogie? Hey, Sly Cat. Hey, Blair. Dinar said, come on in the room. We in here. We in here. How are y'all doing? We have recovered. I hope you all have properly recovered from Matt's season. It's a new day. It's a new season. In the words of Martha Menezes, it's a new day. A fresh anointing is coming our way. I hope that you all are in a much better headspace than we were yesterday. Hey, Priya from London, thank you so much for the super chat. Priya said, girl, I'm already bored of the Bachelorette. We will get into it. We will get into it. Thank you so much, Priya. We will get into it. El Boogie said, I watched After the Final Rose last night and I have issues. Don't we all? This season was a lot. It was a lot to take in. Hey, Yvette. Hey, Philly. What's up? Priya said, I have not recovered from Mad season. Oh. Hold on. I'm just trying to make sure I got everything. Oh, child. People have been sending me stuff all morning because I'm doing a Basketball Wives live tonight because there's just so much we have to talk about going on with that crazy season. So I've been getting sent stuff to me all morning. But yeah, properly refreshed and recovered from that season. Yes, get the lights up. We got 88 in the room. Come on. Since we're here, let's do it. Come on. Oh, child. Come on in the room. What's up, Priya? Come on in the room. Hey, Lily. We got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? What's up, Caitlin? Come on in the room. Definitely Basura. Come on in the room. Yeah. We got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? What's up, Anika? Come on in the room. Hey, Eva. Come on in the room. What's up, KT and Samuela? We got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Let's go. Hey, come on in the room. Because Clay is Basura. Come on. You know, I can't say this and mix it with a gospel song. Lord, forgive me. Come on in the room. Hey, we got so much to talk about. I said, we got so much to talk about. I said, we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Come on in the room, Cordelia. Oh, gosh. We do have a lot to talk about, and I do have another live after this, so I want to, Lily B, we will talk about Clay. Thank you so much, Shonda, for plugging your girl's Instagram. El Boogie said, I also watched Matt's brother's music video, and I think my jokes about Matt being a second semester Howard Hotep might be spot on. Child! Anyway, absolutely right. I think it's happening. But, we have so much to talk about, but let me go in order of maybe importance, I guess. or just how I have my notes. First, I want to start off. We talked about it. Oh, wait. Oh, this isn't a review. This is a batch chat. I was going to say, if you're just here for the review, it's not a review. So the first thing I want to talk about, we touched on it a bit last night in my Bachelor Live when I found out that Chris Harrison, because I was just guesstimating, right? When I did the Googler, and again, these numbers can be off, right? But I know that Chris Harrison, like on this show for 20 years, he has to be making, upwards to $20 million a year. And I was close, all $4 million, but I was close. And what I wanted to talk about a bit is how I honestly believe that there's no path for Chris Harrison to come back to The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. And I honestly think it's because of his own actions. I think the way Chris Harrison moved after he made those statements with Rachel put him in a position where it's going to be extremely hard for him to come back to host this show. And I also think the fan base who are being extremely racist to the Black people who are a part of this, who are now a part of Bachelor Nation, are also contributing to that. First, let's start with Chris Harrison. We all saw the interview with him and Rachel. If you have not yet seen the interview, please go to my Instagram. My Instagram is NikkiNicoleStar. That's NikkiNiCole. I have it posted. I posted the whole interview on my Instagram page, and I'll show you what it looks like. This is what my Instagram looks like, guys. And this is the video. So the Chris Harrison video is right after a batch chat info that I put up, and right next to my my Valentine's Day breakfast. I'm so cute. But yeah, it's right there. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. I can't play the audio here because YouTube will cut off the video, but go watch that and you can, pause the video and come back to the discussion. But after he did that video, it's the way he moved after that. And I was just like, you've been on this show for 20 years. You have so much status within Bachelor Nation and as a host, and you're so seasoned. Why didn't you let your PR handle this? Why did you try to get in front of it and make such a mess for yourself, right? Because after the interview with Rachel, because he took time, right? And I think he took time to find the right words to say, but because the interview moved so quick, right? It moved through, several media platforms and news networks. It moved so quick. Him making a statement 20 to 48 hours later was far too late because the interview had been out there. So I believe that if he would have made a statement right away, as soon as he realized or it became aware to him that there was a mistake that he made, that maybe he would not be in the woods where he is right now, right? But there's so many maybes because he did not do these things. He waited. He put out a statement on Instagram. Then later, when he saw the Instagram statement wasn't doing the work that it needed to do, he goes on Good Morning America, and the interview was so terrible that the host, the Black host, Michael Strahan, who is hosting this conversation with him after the interview, even said he didn't believe him. Now we have here today where he's lost one of the jobs that he has within Bachelor Nation, which is hosting The Bachelorette. I'm telling you right now, he's not getting that job back. Not especially, one, he's just not getting that job back, period, right? If Caitlyn is it Caitlyn or Katie? I think it's Caitlyn. Is it Caitlyn? Y'all let me know. The white girl. Sorry, Caitlyn. I don't know your season, so your name doesn't really stick with me like Tay-Tay. If they do a fabulous job, the job is absolutely theirs to keep. But I do not see the Bachelorette having former Bachelorettes mentor these women through the process and then going back to Chris Harrison. Not in 2021. Maybe in 2018, Chris Harrison, because racism and misogyny was acceptable back then. But I do not see him getting the Bachelorette back, right? Here is where we're having an issue with him in The Bachelor. the interview, the Good Morning America interview, he should not have done, because I think it just made situations more worse for him, especially with the reaction of Michael Strahan. With that reaction, coupled with the fact that his apology seemed very impersonal, I just, in my opinion, from watching it, I just did not think it was a smart move. And I don't think it was a smart move because, for one very specific reason, it showed, in my opinion, from watching it, Chris, this may not be true, honey, but for me, watching it, it showed that what you were saying was not what you believed. So it looked as if when you said those things defending Rachel, Sundown Town Rachel, to Rachel Lindsay, you believed those things and you felt very passionately about those things. You did not have the same passion. You did not have the same reaction to to what you were saying being perceived as racist, right? You did not have the same reaction to that. You come on Good Morning America, which is a huge platform, which is why I wish I don't know if you sat down with anybody. I don't know if you were coached by anybody, but I think you probably should have had a publicist right there next to you, because it just went way left for you. He is asking you these questions about racism, about defending plantation parties, and your response is, I'm an imperfect man. That's not the response that we need from you. And we don't need the I'm an imperfect man. We need the same passion that you had when you were defending plantation parties to a Black woman. It's like you don't understand the magnitude. You kind of get it because you're losing job opportunities, but it's not like you really understand what is happening here, which is why I don't see a path for him, because it appears as if he cannot give the passion to denounce those things because he still believes it. He still believes it. You may say one thing, but your actions are showing another. You were so passionate when you were defending Rachel to Rachel Lindsay. You were so passionate about those parties. You were even throwing yourself under the bus and said that you probably had did stuff like that back in the 70s when you were in college. And then you threw in 2018. So you're letting the viewers know that that was okay for you to attend a plantation party, for Rachel to attend a plantation party, and for us to think like that back then. So you're telling us that's how you thought, that's how you felt back then. But today you realize it's wrong. That's the problem, because in 2018, you were the host of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette and the Bachelor in Paradise. And they all had people of color on that show. And if you were thinking that attending a plantation party was not bad in 2018, how in the hell can you lead this show into the new era, which is on the right side of history? I just don't see him coming back. And I know that a lot of people love him. I honestly get it. Like, I'll be real with you. Absolutely real with you. Watching Emmanuel host After the Final Rose, I miss that dude. I miss Chris. Because we've gotten so used to him, and he's gotten so comfortable in the position that it's like a walk in a park for him. Yes, he has big shoes to fill, but he fumbled that bag so severely. I just don't see him coming back. He's definitely never getting the Bachelorette back. The Bachelor, it could probably be still up in the air, but if they get a good host, if they get somebody that makes a very, powerful part of the fan base not complain as much, the job is definitely gone. And speaking of the very vocal and wrong side of history fan base, y'all are making it worse. Y'all making it worse because you go under Black people who are a part of Bachelor Nation. You go under their comments and you are just extremely racist out in the open. Let's read some of, I didn't even plan this, but I briefly looked at Matt's comments under his Instagram. Y'all bullied Rachel off of Instagram with your racist attacks. Now y'all going after the first Black Bachelor in the same manner. You're also going after the first Black Bachelor who also tweeted yesterday that he needs therapy. And then you're under his comments saying some very vile and racist things. You think a network is going to cater to that kind of fan base or viewership? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, because then if that happens, then you got to question the network. Then commercials are questioning the network. Then the commercials don't want to put their money behind a network that will, support people bullying people because of the color of their skin. You messing with the money then. And the networks, they will cater to whoever, but when you start messing with their money, they are no longer catering to you. So you are no longer on their radar. So you can do all the racist BS that you want for Chris Harrison. He is not coming back because of you. You help make sure your boy don't get this job back. Let me go to Matt's Instagram, because I was looking under his Instagram comments and I was just like, wow, y'all real bold with it. Y'all putting your face to this racism and sharing it with the world. Woo! Woo, 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 woo. Real, this is real off the dome. Didn't even plan this. Hold on. Oh, I think he deleted it. Let me go to his Twitter, because I think he deleted the one that I was just looking at. Why wouldn't he? It was full of racists. I would do the same thing too. I would do the same thing too. Because as a Black person, you just don't feel like that. You really, really don't. It's just, it becomes far too much. Let me see what they said under his last tweet. You know what? I will say, there's a tweet dragging him from a white woman, and I agree. Oh man, he deleted the one that I was just looking at. Damn you, Matt. This is why you screenshot everything. I'm not that girl, but I should have screenshotted it. Yeah, I didn't screenshot that one, but let me see if this stuff is still up on Rachel's Instagram. Hold on, I'm talking about Rachel Kirkconnell. Man, you got too many K's in your name to have a racist problem. Far too many K's. It's like, girl, Silver Streak 7878. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't prepare to do this, so I don't have like my stuff together. But the one that they were like dragging him, homie deleted. And I mean, I don't blame him for doing that. I don't blame him for doing that, because it just got out of hand. It got out of hand. Let me go to Rachel. Ugh. Is it Kirk? How'd she spell her name? Wait a minute. Does she not have an Instagram anymore, guys? Does Rachel not have Instagram anymore? Oh wait, I found it. Okay, never mind. Oh God. I'm not shocked, right? I'm not shocked. But under like a lot of her comments, a lot of people are praising her, telling her that she is strong and courageous. She was so classy tonight. You finished strong, and I'm so impressed by you. He doesn't deserve you. If he can't stand by you now, he never will. If he can't stand by you at plantation parties, then he's just not the man for you. Then somebody responded, I agree. He constantly lives in the past. It was very awful to watch his behavior. Rachel is a beautiful, strong woman inside and out, and she deserves much better than Matt, and she will find him. Oh, but the real adrenaline traveler. Oh, but you deserve so much more. I can't even read the comments fast enough because it keeps on updating with people telling her how strong and amazing she is. I don't know why. I don't know why they're saying that she's strong and so amazing. I don't know if she's been battling racism. I don't know. I mean, maybe they could say that to her father, but I know they damn sure can't say it to her. You didn't deserve to be treated and attacked like that. You are a strong woman. I'm by your side every step of the way. Love you forever. I love you, and I'm so proud of you. You're an amazing, beautiful person. Keep making the world a better place. They're saying this to the woman who attended a plantation party and is being held accountable for it. She's being held accountable for it, while Rachel Lindsay has to be bullied off of Instagram, and Matt has to delete his latest post because people are writing racist comments under there. Let's go to Tay Tay. I'm not talking about Tay Tay yet, but let's go under her latest post about being a host. You know, I need to start following these people so they can come up faster. Ciao. First of all, I couldn't find Taja's name because her name is spelled like Tashia. Taja, is your name Tashia? Girl. I can't help it. I'm so proud of her. She's doing ads on her channel, on her Instagram page. Yes, I'm so proud of you, Tay Tay. Oh, that's not what I'm here for, though. I'm proud of you, girl. I'm proud of you, girl. This is one of her latest posts. Trading in the crown and dress, but don't stress. So excited to spend another season with you all. See you on your television screen this summer. And you thought you could get rid of me. For one of the first comments, one of the first comments from Lil Reb 53. Bachelor Nation won't be the same without Chris. Sorry, nothing against you, but not watching. You're gonna be watching. You are going to be watching. I like that there's a lot of blue checks though supporting her. I like this. I really do like that there's a lot of blue, because like what happens when you're supported by people who have blue checks, unfortunately, this happens, sheep follow, right? So there are a lot of people who you see one blue check, all the other blue checks start going under there. To support her. So I'm liking the fact that that is happening. But then another person says, I'm disappointed for what happened to Chris. He's so stinking kind and meant nothing ill towards anyone. And he was incredibly apologetic for what happened. I don't really agree with how this went down. I likely won't be watching this next season. With that being said, I love Taja's season, so maybe I'll get sucked in. You know why she put that last line in? Because she's going to be back to watching the show. But she got to just let Taja know she's not happy with the fact that they picked her and that Chris Harrison is gone because he's such a nice person. And although he defended the plantation party, it doesn't mean that he's not a good guy. Oh God, fan of yours. Yes, I'm saddened by how the bachelors and bachelorettes turned on Chris Harrison. You all have him to thank for your celebrity status. Y'all got us to thank. Not Chris Harrison. The fans did this. I guess he's not as perfect as you claim to be. I'm telling y'all right now, y'all got the right one. Y'all got the right one. If y'all look at what we did with Meghan Markle. And she keep on saying that she's a woman of color. She has yet to say that she is black, but we stood up for that woman and we are changing the freaking monarchy. Don't play. Y'all gonna play let me stop. I'm not even gonna get upset. I'm not even going to get upset. I should have never read these damn comments. But we'll get into that more when I get into Tay Tay and Kristen. But what I wanted to say is people like that are going to make it even harder for him. Because if that's your boy and you like him and you want him to keep the position, you don't need to be going under people of color's pages and dragging them for taking a nice check that he fumbled. He's not coming back because of his own actions, and he's not coming back because of y'all. Y'all have made it so toxic that now now the show doesn't even want to cater to you. Before they was catering to you and your little crazy ideas, right? It was fine. But when y'all started becoming so toxic, then now the story is a lot bigger. Y'all made it a lot worse for him because y'all made it a lot bigger when y'all started attacking Rachel. Right? Then her co-host says something about it. So it brings somebody who is not a part of Bachelor Nation to Bachelor Nation and speaking about it negatively. Then everybody else now who has always felt some sort of way now feels comfortable to speak on issues within Bachelor Nation. You all who love him and want him to be back as the host contributed to his firing. You all are responsible. It's not Rachel. It's not Matt. It's not Tay-Tay, and it's not Katie or Kristen. I'm so sorry, girl. I didn't watch your season, so I don't really know your name like that. But you guys have to eat this as well as Chris. The people who did that to them, the people that part of Bachelor Nation that harassed those people that harassed Rachel to make her delete her Instagram, you're responsible for your boy not coming back. Not the blacks. Blame yourself. I want to take a quick minute to talk to you guys, and then we're going to move on to the next subject. Again, I apologize for not having my notes together. I did not mean to, I didn't prepare to talk about that. So let's go. I know Baba Tasha gets me every time as well, because I went to her page to go look at comments and I saw that she was doing an ad. Yes. Get your coin, sis. Get your coin. Amira, we'll talk about it later, but from what I researched and found that they will be hosting both seasons together, Tasia and Kristen. I don't think it's going to stay like that for a very long time. I think at some point it's going to go the way of American Idol, where they're probably going to either mix up the hosts every season. I'm going to be very honest with you. Money-wise, I would mix up the hosts every season, because if you keep on bringing back the same talent, you have to negotiate with them and pay them even more. If you want to, save money, I mean, you're getting $7.5 million back per season. If you want to save money, I will mix up the hosts. Y'all got a lot of bachelorettes. I will mix it up until we can land on one that everybody can adore. Right, that one that everybody loves. I always say that, in my opinion, the Bachelorette host needs to be Trista. I feel like she's the OG. She should start it off, and I think that maybe the Bachelor for the Bachelor. I don't think it should be any guy from Bachelor Nation, right? Any former Bachelor, because they just have not been successful. I think they either need to have a seasoned host or a comedian. Who can do like hosting, right? Some millennial comedian, elder millennial comedian who can actually help these guys through the process, or maybe like some fun comedian who has like a self-help guy kind of podcast, right? Nothing misogynistic, nothing problematic, but something just really fun, like family fun podcast that is like, a guy's guide to something, you know what I mean? Somebody like that could either do it, but I don't think it should be a guy from Bachelor Nation, because a bachelor, because they just have not been successful. We haven't really had successful bachelors on the show. Like we've had successful, relationships in Bachelor Nation, but I don't see a former bachelor being as monumental and effective, in my opinion, as Trista. Yes, please give your girl some likes. Ashley said they're all going to be watching. It's all just for show. Absolutely. Absolutely. But if you love him so much, why are you making it harder for him to get his job back? Like, that's the same thing I said about Chris Harrison concerning Rachel. Because Rachel, Sundown Town Rachel, she actually came back in the apologized, like after the whole Chris Harrison meltdown on Entertainment Tonight. Why would you, first of all, can we just be real? Let's talk. Why would you go on an entertainment gossip site and give them so much content? Give them so much content. Let me tell you something. Entertainment Tonight was eating for weeks off of that foolish interview that Chris Harrison did with Rachel Lindsay. They were eating. I know the producer in Rachel's ear was just like, don't say anything. let him talk. From the moment they saw that he was going down a racist road, they probably said, girl, stop responding. Don't say anything to him. Just let him keep on going, because they knew that this was going to bring a lot of people, not only to their website, to their social media handles, also to the actual show, to the actual network, to actual entertainment, the channel that it was going to be on, to actually watch that show. There were so many avenues that, and so much content that Chris gave them that they can use for clickbait, because that's just how it works. Racism in this nation is big money. Big money. So they knew as soon as he said something problematic to just let him talk. Let him talk. You could see that Rachel was trying to like get him to understand, but then after a point, I think she was probably exasperated. But I honestly also think there was a producer in her ear who said, let him talk, because they knew what the hell they were doing. Unfortunately for Chris, this was big money for them. Samaj said, I like Chris, but he is replaceable. Oh, absolutely. 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 But the fans made it worse. What I was saying with Rachel is that she actually had to come and do her own apology after Chris Harrison made it so bad for her. I'll be honest with you. Had that interview not had happened, I don't think she would be getting as much heat. I don't think it would be such a rough road for her. It would have been difficult. He made it extremely hard for her by speaking for her, which is what that toxic fan base is doing for him, because the network is watching and seeing who are the people rooting for him to get his job back. Oh, this 75-year-old white woman who was calling Rachel Lindsay the N-word and saying that she hopes she gets ran over by a car. Are we going to cater to her, or are we going to cater to this person right here who is saying, thank you so much, ABC, for recognizing me and seeing me and recognizing that there are different people within this nation who need to have a voice, who need to be represented? Who you think they're going to listen to? Whoever the commercials want. And the commercials want inclusivity, because they want everybody coin, not just this coin. Because if you depend on just one sole audience, you're never going to eat. You got to appeal to everybody. They're making it worse for him. They're absolutely going to be watching. Absolutely. Princess Ray, hey, Princess Ray says, see, that's why I will be watching The Bachelorette. I'm not letting the white people win. I will say and I'm not trying to be politically correct. I'm being honest. I am very specific about who I say did what. And although there were a lot of people, the profiles, were white. I won't. I'll be very clear in saying racist white people, because there are a lot of young white women who are fighting for Rachel and Madden, saying this is wrong and elevating that. So I think we just have to be very clear about the communities we call out and how we call out the communities, not just to not offend, because we just got to be very clear with our words, but also because there are people who are doing the work collectively. If you look at it, I won't say the new face of Bachelor Nation, because a lot of you have informed me that you guys have been here from the beginning. There are a lot of people who probably weren't so vocal before who feel the need to be vocal now about the injustice and the ignorance happening within Bachelor Nation. So I just wanted to be clear about and distinctive with the communities we're speaking about. Hey, Kay Pratt. Kay Pratt said, yay, I quoted another one of your lies. Apparently, Michelle and Bree messaged Rachel after her ish became public. She didn't reply until after the final rose taped. Well, that's why you're in the situation you're in. Thank you so much, Kay Pratt. Also, guys, I put links to everything that I'm talking about in the description box of this video. Let me make sure I saved it. Yeah, I saved it. So everything that I talked about, I put links to every article. And I think I need to put links to the Chris Harrison interview, but I'll do that later. But it's all in there. Thank you so much, Kay Pratt. I don't think that Megan, whoever said it, the comment jumped. Oh, Tracy, if you're here, Another Tracy exclusive. I don't think that Meghan is black. I think that she will still identify. No, I'm responding to the comments. Somebody said Meghan is black now. I think that Meghan Markle will always identify as a woman of color because that is her reality, and we cannot take that from her and put anything on her. Whoever chooses to protect her and fight for her, that is their right for whatever reason why they're doing it. Right? I do think now she has an understanding, a personal experience, a deeply personal experience of racism that she never had at this level. Because I used to follow her blog, and she would talk about the racism briefly, a lot of times during Black History Month or MLK Day, where we celebrate Martin Luther King. She would talk about, hearing her mother being called the N-word for the first time, but it was always as an observer, right? It wasn't as, oh, this happened to me. Of course, you watch it happen to somebody that you love, so it'll still be effective. But she was watching that saying, this is what they did to my mother. Now she has a very, distinctive experience. And not saying this is her only one. I'm just speaking of what has happened to her. She has a very distinctive experience of what it's like to be, even if you don't perceive yourself as black, to be black and to be a black mother raising a perceived black son. Because Archie, like her and Archie are getting the black treatment. They are getting the black treatment because of that one drop rule. We didn't create it, right? That one drop rule. So now she sees the world a bit differently because she probably didn't think that she was raising a black son. Well, you are. You are. You are. Because I'll never forget her saying, has the threat lessened, right? Is the threat still there? Yeah, the threat is still there, but we're taking his security away. That's when things shifted for her. Absolutely, that's when things shifted for her. Hey, Whitney Nicole, thank you for the super chat. She said they need to be just as angry as Asian communities are being attacked, especially last night. Imagine being so angry over a white man not hosting the show. But let's be very clear, Whitney Nicole, the people who are mad or who are, bullying black contestants from Bachelor Nation are probably the same people who are looking at the attacks that just happened on not the attacks, the slaughter of 8 Asian Americans. They probably are looking at that as an isolated incident or making the excuses of, oh, he was just a kid. He just had a porn addiction. Like they're making excuses for those things. Like they're making excuses for what Chris Harrison said. Oh, he didn't mean it like that. Oh, he's just a nice guy who had a bad day. That's what they're saying about that guy that killed 8 human beings. He just had a bad day. There's always an excuse. There's always a rebranding of racism or terrorism, right? Because if you call it, if you acknowledge it, there has to be a change. And if there is a change, then a shift in power has to happen. The people who are fighting to keep things the way they are don't want that shift to happen because then it affects them. They're fine with it affecting everybody else negatively, but they're not okay when it affects them. It affects how they get hired. It affects how they make money. It affects how they are seen and protected. They're in survival mode, unfortunately. Thank you so much for the super chat, Whitney. Whitney Nicole. We got a lot of Nicoles in here. All right, family, I'm going to answer one more question and then we're going to move on to the next subject. JB says, what said, how many black people have been on the show? I can be wrong. I know we got a lot of Bachelor Nation experts in here. Correct me if I'm wrong. Mike, Tay-Tay, Matt, Rachel, Chelsea. There were 3 other black girls from Matt's season, right? Then I'm thinking of that girl from Paradise who liked John Paul Jones and they dated for a minute. Then there was another girl who called out Bachelor Nation. Taylor, I didn't know that she was Black. But in my defense, she just said she just started identifying like that. Oh, the men, Riley. Then we got men. I'm going to guess and say there has to be in all of Bachelor Nation history, probably about 20 to 30 Black people on the show, right? I'm guessing, but that's what I think from what I can see, because I think that Rachel had a lot of Black men. I know that, what's that guy? Dick Val, I know he had like 2 sisters on his show. Did Black people just start showing up on Nick Val's season, or were there Black people before then? That's the question that we need to answer. Oh, was it 2018? I can't believe he thought that in 2018 racism was fine. Oh, God, you don't like money, Chris. You don't like money. I don't see a way for him back. I don't see a way for him to come back. He moves so bad after that interview. Nelly said maybe 30 to 75. Let's go. Come on, guesstimations. Miss Brown Sugar said there have been Black contestants as far back as the very first season of The Bachelor. Lanice season 1 was the first. Who is Lanice? Really? Oh, wow. Oh, wait a minute. Lanice got some drama with Bachelor. I'm telling you. She got, something happened one day ago. I'm looking at her most recent tweet, and she said, for the record, any article that has me portrayed as being against any producer of Bachelor ABC or Chris Harrison is false. My words were twisted. See my Instagram statement. Well, Lanice, let me get to your Instagram statement. Girl, what happened? Bachelor Nation is messy. It's messy. My statement on The Bachelor and Chris Harrison. I did not want to have to make a statement about this, but I've read a recent article that I contributed to that seemed to be negative, and I feel compelled to speak out. Although I did have a tough time after the show was over, the tough time that I experienced was not due to the producers of the show, nor Chris Harrison. I adore Chris Harrison, and I believe he is a good person. The producers did also try to help when I was experiencing my issues after the show. However, I was not ready to accept the help. I do not agree with all the railroading that has taken place at all. She tagged The Bachelor ABC. Oh, okay. See, that's a different perspective from somebody who knows him. You should have told him to shut up, girl. You should have told him to shut up. Oh my God, we had a Bachelorette. Why wasn't she the Bachelorette? Come on, Lanice. Lanice said these titties gonna be sitting, and y'all gonna see these titties. Okay, sis. I had no idea. Oh, good for her. But see, that's a different perspective, right? Of somebody who knows him, who thinks that I'm going to be very clear with you. Good people do very bad things. And people can be good to you and horrible to somebody else. They can love you and hate everything else about you, but still love you as a person. It happens. Chris Harrison is, for a lot of people, a good guy who did something really bad that's going to cost them $20+ million a year. Oh, dude, who's your publicist? It should have been me. I did not know that. Thank y'all so much. Y'all love the fact that I got Bachelor historians in here. Thank you. Melissa said there was one season where there was no woman of color, maybe Ben Higgins' season or the season before his. Miss Brown Sugar said all the railroading. What does that mean? She's protecting her friend. Yeah, it's the fans. It's the fans that are the main problem. It is honestly the fans. Wow. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Everybody's replaceable. Everybody's replaceable. Oh, JB says what? 38 and 25 over this entire show. Sad as hell. Is it 38 what? 38 men and 25 women? Is that what you're talking about? JB says what? Momi said, people are nuanced. Many folks are decent, but problematic at the same time. There are also bigots who are still able to have a black friend. Absolutely. That friend is an exception to the rule for them. There are a lot of Proud Boys with black wives. I don't understand. I didn't know black women. I didn't know that some of us were down that bad. I knew some of us was down bad. I didn't know we were down that bad. But it happens. It happens. Can't explain it. Oh, 38 women. Oh, 38 women and 25 men. Ooh, over 20 years? That's not good. That is not good. Oh, Adriana, I love you. We don't speak that demon's name in here. Oh, we don't speak that demon's name. Oh, no. That is a curse word at NikkiStar TV. Oh, we don't speak her name. We don't speak its name. Not that demon. Not that demon. Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. One of the ones that just got arrested, Nisa. I hope saying your name right, Nisa Queen. One of the ones that just got arrested, got a black wife and 2 black sons. She is all over his Instagram. Like, your family hasn't jumped you? People are built different. People are built different today. I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway, let me move on because I have another chat tonight within a couple hours. But I'm not going to rush y'all, but I do want to make sure we get our time in. Let's move on to Caitlin and Tay Tay, right? Is it Caitlin? I'm so sorry. Yes, Caitlin and Tasia Adams are the new co-hosts for the Bachelorette. I feel good about it. I think it's a great idea. My pick would have been Trista. Maybe she was booked and busy and ain't feel like it. I don't know. But Trista, I think it's a great idea. I think it's an even great idea and a even better idea and a better financial idea for the show if they mix up the hosts as former Bachelorettes, throughout the season as the season continues, and then probably land on a host that works for everybody. Like I said before, it would be Trista for me, but not my show. Not my monkeys, not my circus, right? But that's what I would do. But I think so far so good. I think it's a great idea. I don't know not a lot about Caitlin, but what I do know is because you guys talk about her a lot. Y'all really like her, so she's very popular with the with Bachelor Nation. So is Caitlin. So is Tay Tay. Very popular with Bachelor Nation. I do want to read this article from People about them reacting to being the host, the new host of the Bachelorette, the new Bachelorette season. So Caitlin Bristol and Tasia Adams can't wait to return to Bachelor Nation. Again, this article is tagged in my description box. The 2 former Bachelorettes celebrated the news that they'd be co-hosting the upcoming 17th season of the reality series they once starred in, sharing their excitement with fans and a respective Instagram post, trading in the crown and dress, but don't stress. So excited to spend another season with you all. See you on your television screen this summer. Adams 30 captioned a stunning outdoor snapshot of herself rocking a strapless glam ensemble, and you thought you could get rid of me, #Bachelorette. In a series of Instagram stories, Adams added, I feel so honored to be given the opportunity, but I'm just so happy, and I'm so happy that you guys are happy. I've been getting so many phenomenal messages and words of encouragement. It means so much. And the fact that I talked to Chris, didn't read that, the other day, and he was so kind and congratulated me for being a part of the next season meant the absolute world. 2 things. I wouldn't have mentioned him in this, because when you bring up Chris Harrison, you already got people who got a problem with that, right? When you bring him up, you ignite that audience. And also to people who have an issue with him, it appears as if you're rebranding him, even though that's your truth. What I'm saying is, even though it's the truth of probably of what happened with you and Chris, got to be very careful with your words and where your hope and how you are moving forward this season, dealing with somebody very problematic, right? Or we have found to be problematic recently. That's my only comment about that. But I'm glad that Chris was a good sport about it. I think he was a good sport about it on the phone with you. I absolutely think when he hung up that phone, he screamed and probably broke a window. I know I would. You think I'm going to congratulate you for taking my damn job? I'm going to be kind because I'm already in some hot water. But when I hang up that phone, I'm cussing you the hell out. Period. He was a good sport on the phone. Please believe he don't want you to take his job. Not that $8 million check. Then Tasia goes on to say, so with that being said, y'all, let's freaking go. Bachelorette 17, your girl's here, baby. Adams concluded with a laugh. Let me go, Caitlin Bristow. Let me show y'all the video that this comment is under. Caitlin Bristow. Y'all seem to really like her. So that's good. Y'all talk about her a lot. Caitlin and JoJo. And I was like, is there any other Bachelorette that y'all liked? Probably not. Kate. K-A-I-T. Caitlin is such a hard name to pronounce and spell. Like, how did y'all get that out of there? Caitlin. Caitlin. Child. I'm back to second grade. Spell it out! Whew. Here's the video. Are they playing music? No, I can't play the music, but this is them. So happy about getting this money. This is how women need to be. This is how we need to be. Happy about getting a check. Good for them. Good for them. I like them. I think it's a great pick. I have no issues with that. Right now, they're both quarantining in Mexico for Katie's season, which is starting first. And then right after that, we'll get Michelle's season in the fall. Really happy about that. But there's always people who are not. Sarah Williams, 1115. This seems disrespectful to Chris and unflattering. I would not party on display if my friend was in a bad place in his life. If I'm about to at least get somewhere a portion of his $8 million check, I'm celebrating. I'm dancing. I'm twerking. I'm busting it open. I'm doing whatever the hell I want to do to celebrate the fact that I'm about to get me a nice check that I didn't have the day before. The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. Love you both. Love both of you girls, but love Chris more. I've watched the show for over a decade, and I'm sadly done. You'll be back, Arlie 21. You will be back. Sorry, ladies. I love you all and enjoy following each of you, but I won't be watching next season. Nothing personal to you, but Bachelor Nation is Chris Harrison. Why would you give a man so much power? How sad. How sad are you, Lisa 110168? Really? A man on a TV show has that much power over you? Sad. Sad. So sad for Chris. Definitely won't be watching. Oh, no. Love you both so much, but no one will ever replace Chris. He's the best. I'm bothered by this whole thing. This is what Jersey Jeeper. I'm bothered by this whole thing. Chris not being the host, you having to share yet another Bachelor season. I wish you found a classier way of announcing this. Imagine how Chris feels sitting back watching you two dancing on his career that he loved. I'm trying to be supportive of you, but this whole thing just feels so uncomfortable. Jessica Lynn, shaking my effing head. Oh, you shaking your effing head? That's how pissed off you are? So unfortunate. This is garlic lady life. So unfortunate for Chris Harrison. Although I like you individually, I won't be watching. Lang M. Cancel culture wins. Wait till it bites you on the... How can you betray Chris like this? For us, this is just a show, but you know him personally, and he shared so much. Unbelievable. He messed up at his job, and he's being held accountable. Right now, Tay-Tay and Caitlin thinks that they're temps. Like when somebody goes on maternity leave, if anybody at the job can't fill the position, you call in some temps to fill the freaking position. Unfortunately, if the temp happens to do a good job, they take your check. I don't got a problem with it because I've been that temp. Don't call me in. I am not the temp to call in if you are out for a couple of weeks on your job because, baby, you won't have a job to come back to. Every job that I have tempted, every job that I was a temp at, they asked me to stay. Period. Caitlin and Kristen, Caitlin, right? Caitlin and Tay, y'all better be damn good at your jobs. Y'all better be damn good at your jobs. What are y'all in your 30s? Yeah, y'all hopefully it won't take y'all 20 years to get to $8 million a year, but get your coin. Get your coin. Let them stay mad. Let them stay mad while you take that check to the bank. Stimulus who? Tay and Caitlin don't need it. They got Chris's coin. Period. Stay mad. Stay mad, garlic lady for life. Why would you give yourself that name? That's your big age. Anyway, let's talk about that. How do you guys think about Caitlin and Tay as the new Bachelorette host? Caitlin Weaver said men and women who get eliminated night one get more screen time than Chris Harrison. Very true. Miss Brown Sugar said, let one of their coworkers mess up in any way that ruins things for everybody else. See what happens then. Let someone mess up so much that now you're on furlough and see if you feel bad for them. Absolutely. Absolutely. Kaya Peter said, all I know is I expect this season of The Bachelorette to have a bigger budget. Absolutely. Now, that's one thing. We, the fans who are on the right side of history, we the ones with some sense in a damn life, we need to hold their feet to the fire because they always, no shade, but it always seems like, The Bachelorette is the Section 8 show of the group. Okay, let's be real, right? They now have received close to, about 20-something million back. Well, no, because they might still, we don't know about him in The Bachelor. So we'll just say for now, this show has now received $7.5 million back, right? For removing Chris from 2 Bachelorette seasons. So y'all got a good 17 million, right? Back. Put that in the show. We want to see these broads traveling. Everybody is on first class. We want to take them all across the globe safely. Even vaccinated, we still wilding in America, right? So let's do everything safely. But we want to see you put them in a castle. Put the ladies and their men in the castle. Let's do something fun. Let's get the big celebrities in. Let's pay some good coin. Let's put it into The Bachelorette. It's about time. Y'all got the money now. Y'all can't say y'all don't have it. Y'all can't say y'all don't have it. Y'all got close to about 20 million to play with. Give us 2 great Bachelorette seasons and keep it there. Keep it there. JB says what? Kind of agree with you. I will say congrats to the ladies, but still not enough for me to watch. I got to be real with you. If you watch me, I'm still not convinced. I need to see a trailer first before I commit to watching this show because, like I said, both of these Bachelorettes have to compete with outside, and right now ain't nobody competing with outside for me. When I finally I've lost a whole year of my life. I want to get out in them streets. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I am not sure. We will see. I have not committed to watching any one of these shows. I'll still commit to Batch Chat because we have fun over here. But I just not sure. We will see. We will see. Eva Marie, right now they haven't officially fired him from the franchise. I honestly think they're still waiting, right, to see what's going on. But he's not going to get paid for The Bachelorette. Even if you signed your contract, right, every network has a clause in every contract where they protect them from your folly, from you doing something to mess up the job. Like, they're not going to still pay you if you committed a very, horrible act, if you've committed an act of racism or, misogyny, like sexual assault and all of those things. They're not going to protect you from that. If you've harmed a coworker, they're not going to protect you from that. Every contract with every network has that. Like, we have an agreement, but this is our out. Especially today, they have something in there. So I don't think he's going to get paid for the Bachelorette. I think that ship has sailed for him. For Bachelor in Paradise, we don't know. It'll be real weird to have him host the show when there are probably going to be several people on that show who has spoken out against the things that he said. You can't have him host that show and there are going to be people of color on that season. So he probably might be out for Bachelor in Paradise too. He may still have it in the bag for The Bachelor, but I got to be honest with you. He really wasn't missed for me until after the final rose. Throughout the season, throughout the last night's episode, the story was pretty much weaved together without Chris Harrison. It was kind of like, was he really needed? You like him, he does a good job, but did you miss him? For me, I kind of forgot he was there. And if I'm forgetting, I didn't miss you, right? But I did miss him for after the final rose. I just feel like Emmanuel could not fill those shoes. So maybe, I don't know, maybe the after the final rose is still a gig that he can have. But I did not miss him throughout last night's episode. Marcia said severance. Yes, you only get your severance if there's like the show is canceled or something of that nature. If you do something to jeopardize your partnership, your employment with the network, I'm telling you right now, every network. That's why you always, you need to read your contract. Then you need to have 2 lawyers read your contract. Then you need to have another lawyer read your contract, because there's always some kind of clause in there that will always protect the network. And when I say protect the network, I mean protect their coins. He said something that messed up his job with his employer. They're not going to pay him for his folly. Now, unless he negotiated something like that, absolutely. But I highly doubt that any network would remove a racism and misogyny clause that they all have. I don't think that they would remove something like that for anybody. I think he's an EP on one of these shows, so he's still going to be getting paid in that manner until they officially fire him. But he's not going to have anything to do with the Bachelorette. Caitlin Weaver said, Caitlin just won this past season of Dancing with the Stars. Okay, hold on. She's thriving just like Tasia. They're also with people from the franchise. Tasia has Zach and Caitlin is with Jason. Jason. Oh, Jason from Becca's season. Oh, okay. That's good. Yeah, Emmanuel didn't do it for me. But again, I'm not the face of Bachelor Nation, right? So he may have worked for people who maybe him being picked as the host is intended to work for. It didn't do it for me. I'm not his intended audience. I know, Khalil. Is it Khalili? I know. That's what I kind of felt last night. And I don't think that Khalili is saying this in a negative way. Maybe with the period. But Khalili said, Chris Harrison is very unnecessary to the show. Point blank, period. And I kind of think they showed that last night with editing him out, because I'm telling you, when he popped up to have the conversation with Matt, I was like, oh, okay. We didn't need it. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if The Bachelor goes without a host. It doesn't, what do you really need a host for? You could just pay The Bachelor to do all of that. You could just show up, do the little B-roll with him playing basketball in the sweater, or whatever, you're petting the heads of underprivileged kids in the inner city neighborhood and, show him working out and then, just have him all doing like voiceovers as he's getting ready. I'm looking for a wife, somebody who will, have kids and, I could live a great life with. I can't wait to meet these women. And then you just watch him walk out and have the cars start coming up. What you need a host for? Networks are never your friends. If y'all think that they're going to make room for Chris Harrison because they like him, it never happens like that. It is always about the network and how they can make more money. I'm telling you right now, they're looking at how much they pay this man out a year, and they're considering if he's worth the trouble. Do we deal with this to pay all of the money into rebranding him? Or do we get back this $20+ million a year and invest it in us, the executives, or other parts of the network? Disney don't want no problems. So I wouldn't be surprised if they forego a host. I would not be surprised because they showed us last night, at least for me, he wasn't really needed throughout the rest of the season. When they started cutting him out, wasn't really needed. We still got the story. We didn't need Chris to tell us anything. Melissa Rose said, I want some fine brothers to come for Michelle because we still haven't seen no black love on the show because Rachel went Spanish and Tay went white. I will say this, though. I don't think we should look for black love on The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. I was trying to find a different way to say that, but my people. This show was not intended for us. Unfortunately for The Bachelor, when they made when they made Rachel the Black Bachelorette, we showed up. We had already been here, right? But we showed up in droves for Rachel, and a lot of us have just decided to say, when you cater to us, we come, right? Or just put somebody up who looks like us, we'll come here. But I think the show is very strategic in who they're picking. They're not going to pick a sister or a brother who's going to come on this show and say, I'm looking for black love. They're not going to do that. They're going to pick somebody who they know has probably a history of dating outside of their race or prefers a partner of another race, specifically the white race. Here's why. That is their audience. And that the majority of their audience needs to see themselves represented. Representation matters, right? So I like how we came to The Bachelorette because of Rachel, because we saw ourselves in her. So I don't think they're going to take the risk and, bring on a Bachelorette who wants black love, right? Because then all the men who come on the show are black. Then it becomes a different show for a different audience. I think they're very strategic in who they pick. And I think they only do that with the people of color contestants. They don't do that with the white contestants, right? But they do that with the people of color contestants because they are coming in to an already established brand. So they need to make sure that at the end of this, it is a high probability that a white person will be picked. That's just my honest thoughts. I don't think we should ever expect to see black love on The Bachelor or Bachelorette. I don't come to that thinking that at all. I come to support and have a good kiki with you guys after, the episode, but I don't look for black love on The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. It ain't gonna happen. If it does happen, it'll be a shock to production and a shock to all of us. You might find some black love on Paradise this season. I can't wait. You listen. You might find black love on Paradise, but you will most certainly find some hot love. Whoo, I can't wait for Paradise. I can't wait for. I cannot get Riley on that oil up, walking on that beach with the sun glistening all over his body out of my head. I'm ready for Paradise. I don't care about them Bachelorettes. Give me Paradise and make it longer. It's their best show and they invest nothing in it. Idiots. Y'all don't like money. Oh, Love is Blind is coming. Love is Blind is coming back. I like that. Oh, Claudine. Dell and Claire, I'm sorry. I love me some Claire. She's being foolish. That man want attention. You are a good investment. Claire, where you are at, Dell is not there. He will never get there. He would let it go. Let it go, Claire. Let it go. You are being played. Sister, let me tell you, you are being played, sis. You are being played. Let it go. You just want to climb on something so hot, so bad. She is that girl that just wants to have a hot guy. At your big age, you got to let that go. You got to stop looking for the hot guy and start looking for the right guy. Dale is not it. And I like Dale, right? No shade to him. He looking for attention because how he always catch the paparazzi. Claire been living in Sacramento this whole damn time. We ain't never got the paparazzi pic from her. All of a sudden, her and Dale are reconciling, and every time we see them, Dale is making sure he's catching eyes with the paparazzi. Claire, you getting played. Wake up. I can't do it with her. I can't. No! Bree isn't going to be on Paradise. You got to meet Riley. They're going to mess up Paradise for me, ain't they? They're going to mess up Paradise for me, ain't they? Oh, Zora, I told y'all that Dale's sister ain't nobody to mess with. And I know Claire probably tried it with her. Listen, whenever I'm interested in the guy and I find out he has sisters, I have to, not saying I'm pulling back from the, from the relationship or what could happen, but I got to test the waters with them because sisters will mess up an experience. Sometimes sisters are worse than the mothers. Sisters of guys, right? They make it so difficult. You're like, oh, damn, if here's your brother, this amazing. Girl, well, you keep them. So I always walk a little lightly to see if this is something I want to be dealing with. If I want to show up to all the family functions and you got an attitude with me, I got to think about that. Are you fine enough? Do you walk heavy enough for me to want to go through this? I told you when Dale did that video with his sister, I was like, oh, Claire, you're not ready for this one. She protective over that little brother. Oh, Riley and Abigail. Oh, guys, please, we can't mention Abigail. No more. I'm not over that. I'm really hurt by that. I think they made a huge mistake by not picking her. I think at the last minute, because I think they've been picked Katie, right? Or Katie. I think they've been picked Katie to be the Bachelorette, which is why she was getting that edit. I think when they saw that this show was going down a really bad racism road, they threw Michelle in there. They had no intentions of having two seasons of the Bachelorette. Michelle, unfortunately, but girl, I hope the check is good enough for you. Michelle will be them righting their wrongs with Matt's season. So they're going to try to not fix anything, but try to right their wrongs with Matt, with Michelle. It's going to go bad. Because nothing has changed. They're not going to do the work. Even Rachel said it on her podcast. She was just like, she won't be watching because she feels like it's too soon. It's far too soon. Wait, do I have that up? Because I just read that article. Do I have it? No, I don't have it up. But on her podcast, she said that it is just too soon. It's too soon for the show to go into another season of any show, The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, The Bachelor in Paradise, if they have not done the internal work. So to now not only give us two Bachelorettes, but y'all giving us one. Yes, she's biracial, but we know how, even if you got a little bit of black in you, you black. So I'm going to go with black. Now you're going to do it again with a black woman. Have y'all learned nothing from that? Y'all going to try to make us believe that y'all got it that quick? That all of the internal work that needs to happen at that show has happened? You're going to bomb with Michelle. It's going to be the same thing, and it's going to be even worse because they have not done the work. They have not made any changes. They're going to watch the season that they did with Matt and be like, okay, maybe not do this. Okay, so we're going to show them that this is how this is how we've learned, and this is how we've changed. And what it's going to look like is Prince William walking alongside that black woman with them big boots, looking like a PR stunt. That's what it's going to look like, and they don't want to listen. I may watch Michelle's season. I may watch her season just to be like, well, I told you. But Katie, I won't be. She got to compete with the summer. Our first free summer in over a year. I don't know. She might have real low ratings. Real low ratings, Katie. You better be busting it open. You better be walking with a vibrator every day on that show. You got to do something dramatic because you are competing with the summer. Our first free summer. Sis, I don't see it. I don't see it for your ratings. I'm going to be honest with you. Caitlin Weaver said, I was watching Ivan and Damar on Instagram Live last night, and they had Piper and Chelsea on. The flirting was at an all-time high. I can't. They probably going to paradise. I can't wait. I can't wait. Michelle might have a far better season than Katie because she's not competing with the summer. It'll be the fall. We'll be back to work. The kids will be back in school. So we'll probably be back at our, normal schedules that we had before. But Katie, I don't know. If they were smart, knowing that they haven't done any internal work to make the changes, to make the show better for people of color contestants, if they were smart, they would have gave us Michelle now. So not a lot of people will be paying attention because we're out in them streets. But y'all going to give us Michelle when we're back home, back to our regular schedules, and we got time. No sense. Not smart. You're not smart. Oh, God. Jen said, I wish Katie would just go to paradise and then we get Michelle's season there. We don't have to have two. It's overkill. Y'all messed up so royally. You're going to give us 2 chances for y'all to get it right? You're not smart. Oh, God. Let me move on because we got 2 other things to talk about. Let's talk about the Bachelorette, since we're here. Let's talk about Katie and Michelle. Michelle, do you remember that? I definitely have millennials in here. Do y'all remember Michelle's best friend from Full House? Michelle, don't go breaking my heart. I love that little boy. I wouldn't if I could. So I wouldn't even if I tried or something like that. But him and Michelle used to always do these duets together. And every time he came, his entrance was always, Michelle! Y'all remember him? Don't go breaking my heart. Oh, God. TV back in the day was so wholesome. So wholesome. Let's get into Katie Thurston, right? We're going to start with her. We're going to have the first season with her. She did an article. No, please. Okay, y'all making this very difficult for me. Katie, no. Katie said Dr. Joe doesn't want to do Bachelor in Paradise because of his job as a doctor. Dr. Joe, we need you on Paradise. We need you on Paradise. Oh, my God. What is going on with the casting? Katie, no. Let's get to Katie. All right, so this is another article that's tagged in my description box. It's titled, Katie Thurston calls her and Michelle Young's upcoming Bachelorette season the Big Reset. Ooh. Whew. That's a tall order. Katie Thurston and Michelle Young are teasing their upcoming season of The Bachelorette. During Monday night's The Bachelor, after the final rose special, it was officially announced that Thurston and Young will be the next leading ladies for the franchise. With Thurston up next and Young's season to follow in the fall, Both women were contestants on Matt's season of The Bachelor, which just wrapped. Along with a back-to-back plan, more changes are coming with season 17 and 18 of the series. Longtime host Chris Harrison's hiatus continues following backlash for his response to Rachel Kirkconnell's racist past. In his place, former Bachelorette Tasia Adams and Caitlin Bristow will serve as hosts of the upcoming Bachelorette seasons. Appearing on Good Morning America Wednesday, Thurston, who is currently quarantining in New Mexico before shooting her season, described the revamped franchise as a big reset. I think they're on the wrong side of history. Here we go. Here we go. It's 2021, she said, of some of the viewers refusing to tune in without Chris Harrison involved. I support Chris and everything that he's doing, and I think this is the best decision. I really feel like this is a big reset. There have been a ton of uncomfortable conversations, but important conversations. Additionally, Young said calling for more diversity will always be on the forefront of her mind as she prepares to headline her seasons. Oh, so she gonna be jumping up and down on a lot of different men. A lot of different men. Okay, Katie, this is what you're saying. Because you're letting us know this is gonna be hella diverse for you this season with the men. Okay, they know that I'm going to push forward to make an impact in a positive way. And I think they're kind of jumping on my train to do that with me, she explains. In the finale of Matt James' Bachelor season, he ultimately gave Kirkconnell his final rose over Young. However, during After the Final Rose special, the first ever Black Bachelor revealed that he ended their relationship, and because of her racially insensitive photos reflecting on not ending up with James, Young said he has found closure. It was difficult. I mean, a broken heart takes time to heal, but I was about to find my closure within myself, she said on Good Morning America, adding that she is now 100% ready to find love. Let me be very clear with you. I won't be tuning in to watch this season. I need to see the trailer first. But I will say this. Katie is ready. Reading that article. This is the first time I read it. I just, pulled it up because I was looking for something else. Reading that article, Katie, was this the plan the whole time? You ready, mama. You ready. You were like, you just got announced as the Bachelorette, and you were already saying that the show is following your lead. They're making the changes. They're coming on the Katie train for the changes that you want to see in the show because they're living in the past. I will say on Matt's season, the way you were acting, I was just like, did you ever really come here for him? Or did you always come here for the number one spot? I think you had every intention on being a Bachelorette. No shade. Am I hating? Absolutely not. I ain't never getting mad at a woman coming in to secure a bag. You better go, girl. You better go. You moving too effortlessly in this position. Like you've been training for this position for a very long time. Work. Be prepared. And she was prepared. She was prepared. Michelle, I don't think Michelle was prepared. I don't think that Michelle was prepared at all. Michelle, you got to be smart with this one. You cannot come in being the cute, mousy school teacher. They going to play in your face like they did with Matt. You better talk to Rachel Lindsay before you start filming that season. You need to go in knowing what's about to go down, knowing the mess that is going to go down and calling it out and making sure that they come on the Michelle train because Katie got them on her train. You got to prepare. I don't think you're prepared. I think that Katie is prepared, but I don't think that Michelle is prepared. And this is why I don't think she's prepared. Again, this article is in the description box below. I'm going to scroll down to the end of the Cosmopolitan the Cosmopolitan interview that says, get to know the Bachelorette's new star, Michelle Young. We all know that she is a teacher. We all know that she played basketball. We all know that she's ready for marriage and family. But I got down to the end of this because I always wondered why they picked two. I have my own thoughts, but let me read this. At the end of the article, it says, Michelle will be the season 18 lead of The Bachelorette. ABC announces the news on After the Final Rose alongside Katie Thurston, who's prepared, becoming the season 17 lead. As you may know, the production team was undecided about who they wanted to be season 17's Bachelorette before going with Katie. That might have been because Michelle was one of the contenders for the spot, but there was a conflict, which Reality Steve explained in a spoiler article. It says, I'm sure some of you are asking if they wanted Michelle, why didn't they just give her the season about to be filmed? Why have Katie as the Bachelorette up first? The reason is that Michelle did not want to leave her class again to start filming in a few weeks, meaning she missed most of the remainder of her school year. Hence the reason she is getting her own season this summer when she's out of school. That's the twist or curveball you'll see announced on After the Final Rose on Monday. I don't believe that. Oh, I got a super chat. I'm so sorry. If you sent me a super chat and I missed it, forgive me. Angela, thank you for the super chat. Angela said, big reset. The contestants' social media are private. On the average, Katie's men are 5 years younger than her. She ready. Yes, queen. Yes. Thank you so much, Angela, for the super chat. I don't believe that. I don't believe that the reason why, I don't believe, one, that they wanted Michelle. I think it was always Katie. I think because, guys, if you remember from day one, she was getting an edit, right? They always wanted Katie. I think, because let's be very clear, when this show is casting, they already have a character. Casting already has a character that these people are going to play after they've been casted. They already are looking at bachelorettes when they are casting for the season. Sometimes they may have somebody picked who goes a different way, but they always know who they want to lead their season. Look at that. But they always know who they want to lead their season. Shows are not figuring it out as it goes along. They already have a season prepared while one is being watched, right? Not being filmed. They have so many shows. They have to have their year planned out already, right? That's just how TV works in general. A lot of stuff you may see later, you be like, oh my goodness, they filmed this when? Yeah, because stuff happens, but they already have their shows and everything planned out. I think they always wanted Katie. I think they messed up royally with Matt. They messed up royally with Matt, and Michelle is the redo. Michelle is the redo. So they're giving us 2 seasons and they're giving us one later, and they're giving us this real cutesy excuse of, Michelle didn't want to leave her students. So she she had to film later in the summer. BS. You wanted Katie. You brought Michelle in at the last minute because you realized that you messed up royally with Matt, and you got to redo. You got to let us know that you can handle a Black contestant, because after Michelle, we won't see another Black Bachelorette and we won't see another Black Bachelor for a very long time. But they're going to fix this one with us first, right? They're going to fix it in the eyes of society, in the eyes of the viewers first, before they scrap giving people of color this position ever again. That story about Michelle not wanting to leave her class is cute. It's digestible. We can't digest. We made a mistake here. Let us show you that we can actually get it right. That's my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Vivi said most of the dudes for Katie's season so far are like 25, 26. Disappointing. Katie not looking for no husband. Katie is literally going to be mad. I'm telling you that right now. Katie is not looking for a husband. Katie is looking for a great opportunity. I'm not shading her. I want the women to come on this show and do it like the men do. I want them to come on this show and get every opportunity and then some that this show can provide for them. Katie is, listen, I don't got no problems with a girl that's scamming. She's scamming for a better life and a better opportunity. Go ahead on, sis. Do you. Get that paper. Secure that bag. I'm not hating, but I got to call it like I see it. Thank you, L Boogie. L Boogie said they sure did focus on Katie from the beginning of the season. She was in this she was the season opening scene. They already knew. Michelle came later because they could not dig themselves out of this racism hole. She is going to be a redo. They're going to mess it up royally. They're going to mess it up. They're going to mess it up real bad, because there hasn't been any changes if you listen to Rachel Lindsay, who I tend to believe. Shawanda Campbell said, I just pray that Katie's budgets her time as far as making sure she spends time looking for love rather than putting out fires. She's going to be that girl, because this is what Katie is going to be. Katie is going to be the feminist icon of Bachelor Nation. That's what they're going to make her. So there's going to be a lot of, she came on the show with a dildo, right? There's going to be a lot of talk about sex, about a lot of talk about women coming first. There's going to be a lot of talk about sexual attraction. And definitely she's going to have conversations about race and about, how do you feel about the women's rights movement, and how do you feel about Black Lives Matter? Those things are going to happen on this show, because that is who they are creating Katie to be. I'm not saying that that's not who she is, but I'm saying this is going to be on full display. It's going to be this, you know what? These Bachelor fans who don't like the fact that Chris is gone may not come back, because Katie is going to be the super liberal, like super liberal / progressive millennial baby. She might even drop the she's bisexual on this season. I am telling you, that is where we are going with Katie. That is what is happening. Then we're going to go back to the sweet and wholesome, Black friend that is invited to all of the, the white college parties. No shade, Michelle. I'm not saying that's you, but I'm saying that's the character they're going to put you in. That one Black friend. That's who they're going to make you. And they're going to have the conversations with you about race, but not go in depth. Just enough to say, we hear you guys. We know we messed up. Look at how we're handling this conversation now. But the problem is, y'all can't script that and try to control these random people that you're inviting on the show. Because if you're going to have a conversation about race and you're going to bring, a lot of people of color on this show, as well as white people, y'all don't know how that conversation is going to lead out. You can't predict something like that. You're going to mess this up again. But I'll be there to watch. Katie, I'm not sure, because she's competing with the summer. Michelle, I'll be there. Denard said, okay, if Katie comes up as bisexual, I may watch, but no commitments. Oh, yeah, she could do the bisexual thing, or fluid. I'm fluid. Sometimes I may want to be with a woman. Sometimes I may want to be with a man. Sometimes I may want to be with somebody who's non-binary. It's okay, because I'm Katie, the super liberal / progressive girl. Want to see my dildo? That's what we're going to get. Now that I say it, you might be able to compete with the summer. I'm not sure. I can't make no commitments. I won't be inside. I'm going to tell you that now. I might be doing a review on the beach. I'm sorry, the palm trees are a little wild, but let's get into this season. Who knows? Oh, yeah, they're going to mess up Michelle's season. We know this. We know this by now, guys. We know this. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times. You can't fool me again. Thumbs up if you know who said that. Natalie Pope said the real question is why would Michelle do this show knowing how dirty the producers was on Matt's season? Popularity and money. Popularity and money. Because I know Michelle loved them kids, but listen, if she's making more money, doing ads on Instagram, I think she's gonna tell them kids, well, Miss Michelle, see you later. I'm gonna go chase this career where I could do whatever the hell I want and make a lot of money. I love the kids. I'll say hi to y'all when I see y'all in the market, but I'm gonna go chase this bag that's fun and very lucrative. Oh, they're going to give us Invisible Hiccup. They're going to give us a super leftist Bachelorette and Katie. Oh, what's going to happen? It's going to. Oh, she's going to have race talks with the black men on the show. Oh God, I remember the first time that I became attracted to a black man. It was all these internal feelings, and I didn't understand what was happening. And I realized that my body was rejecting the white supremacy that was within me. That's when I knew I needed help, Jamal. Oh, it's going to happen. Oh, it's going to happen. Ciao. Katie, it's going to happen. Unfortunately, it's going to happen. Come on, Stan. Yes, I don't know. Because I have like several places that I'm traveling to or I plan to travel to after I'm vaccinated. Not just vaccinated. That's not the only thing. I need to also feel like everything is safe. So I haven't put money down on anything, but I'm eyeing some places. Regarding Michelle, I wonder what kind of negative narrative the producers can spin. I think it's going to be on the men. I think they're going to spin it on the men. And I think they're going to show Michelle becoming overwhelmed by everything that's on there. They're going to try their best, but they haven't made the changes that they need to make to do this successfully. So that's what we're going to get. One more question, and then we're going to move on. Oh, Chocolate Bunny, thank you, my love. Chocolate Bunny said Michelle's family is also traditional. Mom and dad, bachelor's chance to smooth things over with the black family unit. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. They're going to make sure they redo that absentee black father image. Michelle's parents are going to be all over this show. All over it. They're going to do this as a redo, but they're going to mess up, but it's going to be a redo. Thank you so much, Chocolate Bunny. Oh, yeah, I do believe that Michelle wants love and wants marriage and wants kids. I see that happening. I see that happening for her. We might get a happy ending from her at the end of the show because I think that's where she is. I hope she chases the bag as well. That's all I'm saying. Let's move on to the next thing we're going to talk about is the unaired. You know what? No, we're going to end with that. Let's go to Clay. Let's go to Clay's little shady tweets to Emmanuel. So Clay, who was trying to be funny, he was live tweeting the Bachelor finale and talking about after the final rose. And in his tweet, he says, watching after the final rose without Chris Harrison is like watching Judge Judy with no Judy, right? So people started dragging him. So under the tweet, he tries to clarify it, simply stating after 20 years of the same host that it felt different without him. That being said, I thought my former teammate, Emmanuel Acho, did an absolutely amazing job of hosting. This tweet was in no way meant to be suggestive or political. It was, you couldn't handle the backlash, right? Then Emmanuel responds with like a looking emoji. And then people like are under it, congratulating Emmanuel. But they're also dragging Clay. One lady, her name is Maya Ariel. She just plainly said, this ain't it. This ain't it. But a lot of it is just, telling Clay how great Emmanuel is. But I wanted to talk about that for two very distinct reasons. One, to reaffirm, right? To confirm with us yet again, Clay is basura. I've been telling y'all that man was trash. I've been telling y'all that man was trash. Here we go. Here we go. The trash is taking himself out yet again. Clay didn't have to tweet that for me to know where he stands. He didn't have to tweet that for me to know exactly who he is. Basura. The second reason why I wanted to talk about that is because I never thought, I'm going to be real with you. I never thought Emmanuel had a shot at Bachelor Nation. I'm going to be real. For me, he doesn't work, but he works for the audience that is the majority of Bachelor Nation, because this is what he does on his show. He is that black guy who can move comfortably in white spaces because he's done it his whole life. So he knows how to talk. He knows how to have those conversations with that specific audience. When I looked, one, from Clay being pissed off that it was Emmanuel, not him, that's why you're mad. That's why you're mad, because you're looking at him doing something that you think that you can do. But dude, please, you can't even date properly. You think you can host? Get out of here. So he's upset about that, but also the way people were under his tweet, hyping up Emmanuel. Then I went to his Instagram. He's well loved. He is well loved. I never thought he had a shot, but baby, he may have a shot with The Bachelor. Guys, they were going dumb crazy over Emmanuel in all the comment section, under his own comment section about the Bachelorette, about the Bachelor, and under this Clay, Basura Clay's tweet. So I was like, oh, you know what? He may actually have a shot. I wouldn't be surprised if he's still auditioning for the role. Like, he booked after the final roles because they needed a host right away, and this is something that he does. I would not be surprised if we see this dude in Paradise. He can't be wearing them tight suits in Paradise, though. What is he going to be wearing? Tight boxer briefs? Like, child. Emmanuel, you can't go there. You can't go to Paradise and take somebody's girl. Like, the host can't be hot too. Now we gotta, Chris Harrison is more like that cool dad. We found out he's not. Emmanuel, you too young and you too buff, so I don't know. But it looks like, people are warming up to him. It really, really does. I never thought he had a shot. But I've been wrong before. I really am. But it's happened, unfortunately. What do you guys think? Zora! You're a mess. Audrey O said, people said he was nicer towards Rachel and harsher with Matt. I can see that. Jen said, remember when he went on that random Zoom date with Fernanda from 90 Day Fiance? That came out of nowhere. Who? Emmanuel or Basura? Ashley said, Clay is void of any and all swag. So sad. All that body and no swag. Disappointing. Yeah. Maynami said, Bachelor fan take likes Emmanuel as well. Guys, this may be your new Bachelor host. This may be your new Bachelor host. They better not put Clay in Paradise, please. We don't need his problematic self there. Just leading women on. I'm not quite sure if I love her. Maybe I love her, maybe I don't. I don't know what I'm gonna do. No, we don't need him in Paradise. I don't want it. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Because I went to that tweet to drag Clay, and then I was watching everybody else like dragging Clay for Emmanuel and hyping up Emmanuel. And I was like, oh, is this the new host? He's still auditioning. I bet you they are auditioning the man right now. I bet you he is meeting with the execs right now. Wow. Dang, Chris. Damn. I'm telling you, when I get my cushy position, I ain't never making it easy to be replaced. I ain't mess up where? Mess up who? Even if y'all catch me in something, I know how to apologize, baby. Oh, I know how to apologize. The devil is a liar. I ain't never messing up a bag like this. I ain't never messing up a bag like Chris. Damn. I thought you still had a shot with The Bachelor. I don't know. Damn. Whew. If they bring him to paradise and he kills in paradise, it's over. It's over. It is over. Now, Nelly said the progressive Bachelor fans are just as loud as the old guards. That's right. That's right. Yeah, he's getting good reviews. Oh, Clay went on a date with Fernanda? Ugh. Yeah, I can't take Kermit. Nope. We do not want Kermit the Frog in paradise. We don't. Since we're talking about Emmanuel, let's get into hold on, let me go there. Let's get into because he spoke about it on his Instagram. I'm just going to play a little clip for you. But he talked about how he wished that we would have saw the unaired footage of Michelle and Rachel, Sundown Town Rachel, having a conversation. And that actually happened on After the Final Rose, but we didn't see it because they cut it out. And I don't know why they cut it out, because I thought that it was hold on, I'm trying to get this man's name right. It's two N's. It's two N's. Emmanuel. You can tell his parents saved. You can tell his parents is saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost filled, and fire baptized. He talked about that was like one of his favorite parts that we did not see from after the Final Rose. So let me just read the article real quick just to give you a breakdown of what he said, and then we'll watch it. So Emmanuel says, now Michelle had reached out to Rachel, but had never heard back. And so Michelle was broken over that. So although it was planned, Emmanuel asked the producers if they could bring Michelle and Rachel out to talk face to face and possibly reconcile. Emmanuel said, I knew after talking to Matt, we probably weren't going to see reconciliation relationally between him and Rachel during the course of the episode. So what kind of reconciliation could we see? I said, well, look, Rachel, you put out a public apology for the world, but there were women that were your friends that you haven't heard from and that haven't heard from you and still feel broken because of that. So if you're willing, Michelle would love to talk to you. Rachel smiled and of course obliged. So what happens next? Michelle walks out, they sit down on the couch together. And after Michelle pours her heart out to Rachel, Rachel pours her heart out, the two share an embrace. And I simply sat there and witnessed, and I thought, I sat there and witnessed it, and I thought if we could see this collectively as a society, we could all grow. Bachelor Nation gonna eat him up in a good way. In a good way.
The final rose is complete, and it was stressful. By far the hardest thing I've had to do on television. But let me tell you about the scene that you all did not witness on TV. My favorite.
Why he got several camera angles? Emmanuel,
of the 1 hour special
doing too much.
Shown, actually, I was talking to Michelle early on, and I could sense the heartbreak over her loss of a former lover in Matt, but I could also sense the despair over her loss of a former friend, Rachel, based upon the photos that had surfaced about Rachel. Now, Michelle had reached out to Rachel, but had never heard back. And so Michelle was broken over that. I sensed that over the course of our conversation. So during that next commercial break, I called an audible. I reached out to the producers via my microphone and I said, hey, we have to get Michelle and Rachel to somehow reconcile. I knew after talking to Matt that we probably weren't going to see reconciliation relationally between him and Rachel during the course of the episode. So what kind of reconciliation could we see? I said, well, look, Rachel, you put out a public apology for the world, but there were women that you were friends with that haven't heard from you and still feel broken because of that. So if you're willing, Michelle would love to talk to you. Rachel smiled, and of course, she obliged. Michelle walks out. They sit down on the couch together, and after Michelle pours her heart out and Rachel pours her heart out, the two shared an embrace, and I simply sat there and witnessed it and thought, if we could see this collectively as a society, we could all grow. It was a beautiful depiction that I got to witness. And for the sake of time, you all did not get to witness. But again, that was my favorite moment that y'all didn't see. Thank y'all, Bachelor Nation, for having me. Nothing but love. Chris Harris.
I'm sorry if my phone was shaking because I was reading your comments. So I'm trying to like hold the camera straight and I'm reading your comments. Y'all are crazy. Nick K said, Nikki, please. I don't want to see this man anymore. Oh God. I just got the sense that if we can get these two together and they can come together like this, I can only imagine what we can do as a society. Whoo! Oh, you want that job, and bro, I think you got it. Because if you're going to be a black host of this show, this is the kind of black host that you have to be. And he has it. He has it down pat. I should to the producers. We have to get Michelle out here to talk to Rachel. Oh, you want that job bad, and I think you're gonna get it. Because I'm real honest with you. Like I said, if you're gonna be a black person who hosts this show, this is the kind of black person you gotta be. Emmanuel got it down pat. He coming for that job. Because why in the hell is he telling us this story, but we got two different camera angles? Chris, there's always somebody waiting in the wings. Never make it easy for him. There's always somebody waiting to take your spot. Even if you don't think it, even if you can't recognize it, there's always somebody to take your spot. Emmanuel is ready. He is ready. That he has this whole, what I think what really appeals to a lot of people, and especially the Bachelor Nation community, he has a very preacher-esque quality about him. A very contemporary Christian preacher, mega church quality about him. And that kind of person has a hold on the Bachelor Nation community. They love a, contemporary Christian mega church prosperity preacher. And that's what he gives off. Oh, Chris, when I started this, I said there's really no way for him to come back because of what he has said and done, and because of what those toxic Bachelor Nation fans are doing to black contestants of this show. I didn't even think that Emmanuel had a shot. Now I'm here saying we might see him next year. We might see him this summer. $20 million. I would never blow something like that. I would never blow a bag like that. Wow, there's always somebody waiting. I hope y'all got this message. I hope y'all learned. There's always somebody waiting. Baba says Sunday school tease. Absolutely. He's good for the job. He is good for the job. For this job specifically, he's good and he's ready. See, he's been ready. He's been preparing. Emmanuel has been preparing. If he's never been preparing for this position, he was preparing to, I think, take his show, Uncomfortable Conversations with the Black Man, to network TV. And now he's going to do it through The Bachelor, which is such a cushy freaking job. And they're going to have to pay him. They're not going to pay him Chris Evans money, but he already has a TV show gig. So they're going to have to compete with that contract and that payout. Damn, Chris. Damn. Oh, we got a super chat from Nelly. Thank you so much, Nelly. Nelly said, is this really Emmanuel, or is he just coming for the bag by playing to white America? I don't know him before this. So I can't tell you. I don't know him before this. I only know him from Uncomfortable Conversations with the Black Guy. Thank you so much for the super chat, Nelly. And he has the NFL thing about him. So I think that's going to work. I think that's going to work. No, I'm not mentioning. Who mentioned Chris Evans? Is L Boogie? I did not. Did I say Chris Evans? I said Chris Evans? No, I didn't. I said Chris Harrison. No, I did. Y'all not gonna make me crazy. Y'all not gonna make me crazy. Did I say that? Have I been thinking about that? Have I been thinking about him? He must have been thinking about me. Let me stop. Oh God, I did. Oh my God. Y'all are a mess. He on your mind, child. I can't stand you. I said Chris Evans. Okay, well, it is what it is. But I have not been thinking about him lately. He probably been thinking about me. I don't blame him. Oh God, am I going to have uncomfortable conversations with the white man? Oh Lord. It's because of L Boogie. I think L Boogie said it. Oh God. Irene said, we're going to go back to Emmanuel. Irene said, we're as an African, they're really, Emmanuel is Nigerian. They're really passionate and they talk with their hands. I also think it's the preacher tease in them. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if Emmanuel has a mega church later in life. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, I got this turban, Amazon. I got this turban from Amazon. I normally get my turbans from Primark or ASOS, but this one I got from Amazon. I literally went to Amazon and typed in rainbow hologram turban because I was actually looking for a hologram wave cap, and this came up. El Boogie said, rewind the tape. Oh, God. Yeah, that's what Irene said. Irene said that he's Nigerian. Child, what is going on with me? He thinking about me. I ain't thinking about that man. He thinking about me. Child, no, I'm not. I'm slipping. Child. Let me get off of here. Yeah, he dated Yvonne. Remember, him and Yvonne were going to get married. And some people said that she didn't, that they broke up because she's a virgin and she wouldn't have sex with him. I don't believe that. I feel like he is the kind of guy who will wait. I get that from him. I could be wrong, but I feel like he's the kind of guy who will wait. And I also think, let's be real, I think, when women who are not being sexually active for religious reasons, and I'm just saying this as a church girl, when they say that, especially if you had not had sexual intercourse, when they say that they are not having sex, they mean a penis and vagina. When you at a certain age, you're doing some stuff with this man. When you're at a certain age, things are happening. You're just saying we're not doing stuff that I could get pregnant by. But you're doing some stuff. You know what I mean? You do a little stuff and then you explain to the Lord, oh God, well, I'm in my 30s. I'm in my 30s, Jesus, and hormones and stuff like that. And Lord, I think that that this is the man I want to spend the rest of my life with. So I don't think it's that bad that we did a little something. So I think that they probably weren't having intercourse, but they both got what they needed to get to. And I'm just saying this as a church girl who is wilding out over a white man. What is going on with me? Watch I be the one. Watch. Oh my God, y'all will drag me. Nikki, is that a Caucasian? Mind your business. Anyway, let me get out of here because I gotta Oh, shoot. What time is that live? I know I didn't make that live at 2. I think I made that live at 4 p.m. What's live today? What time is that live? 3. It's at 3. So let me get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to mind your business. I'm grown. Mind your business. Oh, he does. Bye, El Boogie. I love y'all. I know y'all still love me. I know. Yeah, like McKay, it's still sex, but what I'm saying is that when you get older, you know, you, especially as a Christian, you start to make things acceptable. You're like, well, I'm at a certain age, so I need to see what it's like. You start to make things acceptable. I don't believe that they were having sexual intercourse, but like I said, they both had fun. They both had fun. They both had that Christian foreplay. But I love y'all. But let me get out of here. If you guys want to come back and chat with me today, I'll be on here at 3:00 to discuss mainly a lot of gaslighting and colorism that I think is happening on the set of Basketball Wives. We're going to talk about that, and then I'm going to let y'all go. Love y'all so much. Again, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend here with me at NikkiStar TV. I love you guys. I have such a good time, which is why it's very hard for me to always get off of here. But I do enjoy our time together. So I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye. Mwah. Thank you for joining me for another Batch Chat. Batch Chat. Come on and get your tea. Batch Chat with NikkiStar TV. Oh, I need a jingle. Work.